Alright, so next up is the Holcim Q905 1/16th scale monster truck. This is made by the company Holcim. This one has a 2845 brushless motor. Once again, it's brushless. We take a look at it. It has the brushless motor here. It has the higher quality shocks. They are metal on top, plastic in the middle, but they're oil filled. How do you know they're oil filled? No bounce to the ounce. So these, when they land, they don't bounce, which in theory makes it easier to control. It also has a rear wheelie bar, just like the HBX, and has the same size wheels. It's basically it's 1/16. It's very comparable to the HBX trucks. 1/16 scale Holcim. Stepping it up a little bit. Nice. This is low speed. Also has a wheelie bar in the back. Must be for some reason. Alright, let's go to high speed. Oh, did you see that? It's a wheelie monster. Oh my gosh. But the larger wheelbase gives it more control though. Oh yeah, it's nice. This, I believe, is 3S compatible. That's a nice sound. It just whizzes along. And it's not as prone to turn over like the HBX was. It just spins. Oh, but it does turn over. All right, so the third one in our 1/16th series monster trucks is the ZLL SG 116 Beast Max. Gotta love these names. This is a brushless vehicle. It actually has a 2847 brushless motor. It has, if you notice, it has a metal chassis support down the middle, and that's to give the whole thing extra strength. Once again, they're heavier, and if you're jumping them and banging them around, it tends to cause this frame to flex, and this metal across here keeps from flexing. So that's definitely a quality feature that should be noted. Once again, it also has the wheelie bars. It's got the air-filled tires. The only thing about this one that is concerning is that it doesn't have the quality shocks you'd expect for a car of this grade. It's a little surprising. If you look at it, it's got 100% plastic shocks, and if you bounce it, you see it doesn't do like the other ones. The other two cars don't bounce like that. So you would think that this would have inferior handling, but if you look at when you see the videos of the cars, surprisingly, this one has the best handling. It's just as fast as the others, if not faster, and it has the best handling. I don't know why. I'm going to have to do a deep dive and do some experimentation with shocks and swap the shocks around and see if the other ones will handle better with these shocks. But this one, at least for my application, handles better than the other two 1/16th scale cars that I showed you. So I had so much fun with this one because it handled well, and it was fast. You know, so for all the 1/16ths, it's my favorite 1/16th because it does so well. It has a little more metal to it. It has the front CVDs just like the other ones, but it has metal hubs. That might make a difference with the handling. If you look here, this right here is all metal. Got the CVD metal hubs, and that's definitely an upgrade. These cars, if I didn't say, these are in the $125 to $200 range. Not quite 200. I would say 125 to 165 dollar range. So they cost more than the 1/18ths for sure. But like I said, it's an upgrading class, and definitely a lot of fun. Beast Max SG 116 Max. It's got a wheelie bar in the back for obvious reasons. Okay, so we're gonna start out and it's got speed settings right here. If you can see them, getting the sun. We got high, medium, low. Let's start out in low. Low speed is not slow, it's just low. It's still fun at low speed. Rips through the grass. No problems. This is low speed. Real good control. Low speed setting, not bad. Okay, let's skip medium, go to high. It's got a hair trigger. Very fast. Very easy to control too. Wow, impressive. Very impressive. It's fast and it just goes real smooth. Full throttle and still can control it. Wow, I couldn't do that with the other cars. that went through my legs, full throttle. Let's try it again. No, this is, in terms of control, this is number one. And speed. We're working our way up to full throttle. Here we come, full throttle. Full throttle. All right, we have now arrived at the 1/10/1/12 scale model cars in my collection. I say 1/10/1/12 because sometimes there is a little ambiguity about the size of the car. Some of the manufacturers may advertise it as 1/10, but when you put it up to 1/10 cars, it looks like a 1/12. Keeping in mind 1/10 is larger than 1/12. So, for example, the DRC that I'll be showing you is advertised as 1/10, but it's same size as the other cars that are 1/12. So, go figure. So, that being said, let's get started. Okay, so first up of the 1/12/1/10 scale cars is the DRC 9201E. And this car is actually my first. This is actually my first RC car, and I got it because I like the way it looks. And once I got it, I like the way it runs. It is what's called a stadium truck or short course truck, and these are some stadium and short course races. They're named after the real ones. If you type that in on YouTube, you'll see races with the trucks that look just like this. It's kind of neat to watch. And so I like the way it looks. That's one of the reasons I got it. Another reason why is it's very popular. And being popular, that means the parts are widely available, and that also means it's easily upgradable. This has a 540 brushed motor. It is not brushless. However, DRC does make the same type of vehicle with a brushless motor, which is much faster and much more expensive. This one, even though it's a 1/10/1/12 scale, you can get it for like $100 now, which is pretty darn good. That's because they're building more and more cars with the brushless motors, and so these prices are kept down. So what's nice about this car is it handles good, and it's not a real fast car. It's not a lightning fast vehicle like some of the other ones. But I got it because I like the way it looks. I like the way it drives. And it is easily upgraded to brushless. So this is going to be a project vehicle for me. I've already ordered all the parts to upgrade it to brushless. So let's take a look inside. So here's the motor. It has the 540 brushed motor with the heatsink. And it has I think it's a 25 amp, maybe a 30 amp ESC, and it has let's see, the shocks are they're not oil filled metal shocks. They have metal caps on them, but the bodies are plastic. So I plan to upgrade the shocks, upgrade the motor, the ESC, the controller, and turn it into a faster brushless machine. It still has the metal CVDs. Most vehicles of this side require CVDs. It's got the metal cups on the inside as well, but everything else is plastic, which is not a bad thing because plastic is more forgiving. So if you bump into things, the plastic gives, so that's not a bad thing. And basically, it's no frills, but it's just easily upgradable, and you can do whatever you want with it. It has a metal plate underneath. Other than that, it's just nothing really outstanding about it, except that it's just very configurable, very common, and very affordable. So this is the DRC 9201E. So DRC is the 9201E. This is a brushed vehicle. It's a fun vehicle. This is actually my first vehicle. I love the way the body shape is. This is considered what they call a short course or stadium truck. I like the way it handles. It's not the fastest. Has excellent brakes though. So my intention is for this vehicle to be my first brushed to brushless conversion. I want to convert this to a brushless. And I have all the parts in. And I'll make a video of that. It's going to be a project. So if that's something you're interested in doing, I'll be posting it. And this is a fun one to do it with as well. And that's full throttle. Not super fast, but still fun. Hill climb. Oh! Full recovery. You notice this hasn't turned over once and stopped. That's the last one was the closest one to turn over. So definitely a wide body. And it's not going as fast either, so that has something to do with it. Alright, so we now arrive to the next 1/12 scale vehicle in my collection. It's the Hiboxing 2997A. And this is, of course, is brushless. And it's a monster truck. And this is one of the more expensive vehicles and one of the two fastest ones I have. It's around $200. And the prices vary depending on what new models come out and the time of year. So sometimes you can get bargains on these. And so I try not to, personally, I try to stay no higher than the $200 range because I want to use vehicles that you all can afford. So not to say that you all don't have money to spend on these things, but I want to have more young folks, fathers and sons. And I know fathers have families and sons don't have jobs. So I try to work with budget vehicles. This vehicle is very high quality. If you look on the bottom, it has a plastic frame. However, if you look on the inside, it's got some very significant features. Of course, it comes with all metal shocks. And they're oil filled. How you can tell? You can tell. And it has the metal steering arms here, and it has the metal CVDs, and these are adjustable, so you can adjust the toe in, and it has a 3650 brushless motor with the heatsink, and it has what's called a 45 amp electronic speed controller. So it is 3S compatible. I have yet to run it on 3S because it's pretty much fast enough for me on 2S, but I plan on running it with 3S. And one feature this vehicle has that none of the other ones I have is that it has, not one but two but three differentials. It has a front differential, rear differential, and a middle differential. And what that is geared to do is when the wheels are slipping on one side, it tends to put the force of the engine back to the other side. And once again, the purpose of that is to enable it to have better traction on the ground and be able to go faster in all kinds of terrain. So that's a very unique feature. It's a feature that mostly more expensive vehicles have. It has all metal gearing, so it's meant to be driven hard and it's meant to be to last a while. So this is one I recommend as well. I enjoy it. All right. I have the HBX 2997A. And you can tell by that sound that something's going on here. That's the cooling fan for the ESC. This is a 1/12th scale car. And it is definitely brushless. And let's see how it goes. We have jumped up in scale now. We now have a 1/12th scale vehicle. Okay. And this is in a whole nother class. Whole nother class. Look at that. Smooth. Look at that. Oh man. Them just touching. Nowhere near full throttle. Look at that. Oh my gosh. One-12th scale now. Let's get that grass out the wheel. Oh my gosh. Got some work to do. Grass in the wheel. That is a cool sound, that ESC fan. Okay, let's get back on the road and see what happens. Hey, am I in high speed mode? I'm not sure. Because it's not, it's a throttle trim. Let's see. It's the fastest car I have. That's for sure. So let's mess with this throttle trim. Bam, all the way to. Oh, I see. Okay. Got it. The throttle trim controls the center stop. It doesn't control, it is not a speed control. I hope you enjoyed this brief introduction to the various cars I have, and I hope that this helps you in choosing your first car. Remember, the important things is, of course, your budget, your environment, and who the car is for. And I'm hoping that you get a car that you enjoy working on and learning from. Remember, at RC Bro, our main thing is being able to learn, and in particular, teach the youth, introduce them to the engineering sciences, electronics, mechanical, and automotive. And remember, do something good for yourself, do something good for your community, do something good for your people, and you can be someone good for the world. RC Bro out.